Welcome back to Mfengu Talk. Last time we promised that this series will contain information about Mfengus arriving or reaching Tsitsikamma. Let's start with the word Tsitsikamma. It comes from a Khoi word, tsitsisa, which means source of water which is very clear. And that water comes from the Tsitsikamma or Kariedio mountains. The region Tsitsikamma sits on a 200 high meter plateau. On the west is the Blaukrans River, and on the east is the Tsitsikamma River, which traverses the Tsitsikamma land from the Kariedio or Tsitsikamma mountains to the Indian Ocean. So the source of the clear water is the mountain, and the mouth is into the Indian Ocean. The award of the land to the Mfengus has some controversy in it, but if one goes back to the historians, there's proof of Mfengus in the Cape Colony being awarded land by the British settlers. In relation to the Mfengus, it's a different thing. Ulrich Stockenstrom promises Mfengus in the Kyume Valley to consider staying in the Tsitsikamma forests. Thereafter, Sir Benjamin de Eben, together with a queen, in around 1837, this is now after the Sixth Frontier War, 1834 to 1835, 1837, the award is alleged to have been made to the Mfengus from the mountain to the Indian Ocean, 8 by 8 kilometers, for their loyalty to the British during the frontier wars. The idea here is to have the Mfengus in one place, first for availability during any type of war, and be available to assist the troops, be available as neighbors, and the land was awarded to them to use for agricultural purposes. They arrived at Tsitsikamma, bringing along their religious beliefs. Remember, we said in the previous episode, they took vows under the Mkwashini tree, and they must have arrived in wagons and were evenly distributed into 5 areas. First, the Cockbush area, which is currently known as Clarkson, Vetekleibos, Snakelap, Doriskraal, and Niveplas. They evenly resided in those known areas. One finds that in 1839, the Clarkson mission is established and is awarded land. In the title deed of 1841, it's recorded that the land in Cockbush area and the adjacent land in Charlottenburg are registered in the mission's name, had to be held in trust on behalf of Mfengus. A quick research in the baptismal register of the Moravian mission, one finds that there is one person called Mangoba who was baptized in 1841, and he's reported to have been buried in the mission's cemetery. After he had left Cockbush, returned to Pedi due to the fact that he was not getting along with the colonial administrators at Tsitsikamma, and at a later period he returns only to pass on and be buried in the mission station. In the title deeds, one picks up that the authorities assigned land to those Mfengus residing at Niveplas, and this is revealed that the name used is that of Utole, the headman Utole, who was taking care of the Niveplas people. The last assignment of land takes place in 1858 to Snakelap under their headman, and Doriskraal under their headman Uzibi, as well as Veteklebos under their headman Matomela. Assignment of the land by the authorities to the Mfengus does not mean that they started to occupy the land in 1856 or 1858. They had been there and reached Tsitsikamma as early as 1837, and the assignment was a formality to give them the land under title deed. That's it for today. Remember to share, like, and comment. Until next time.